The item of the year has been the quadcopter, as we call it. Some people call it a drone, but they've been selling brilliantly well for us.
It's a fine line to run between the safety side of things and the allowing people a bit of freedom.
We don't want to be killjoys about this. We want people to enjoy it, but they have to behave responsibly.
Year on year, we're seeing over 300% increase in sales of the quadcopters.
It's a real concern. 1.5 million is the estimate of the number of drones being built in China at present. People are saying it's 2,000 a month being sold in the UK. We think that's a huge underestimate. So this is going to become a real issue.
If I got on for Christmas and I wanted to fly it in a park or whatever, it really then depends on how close you are to other people and what's around at the time. If you keep away from people that aren't involved in activity, keep away from cars and things like that, then that's fine. Fly it to your heart's content, enjoy yourself, but don't start bothering people.
It's actually no different to the rules in place for when people used to buy and fly radio-controlled aircraft, which of course has been around for many years. And it's good, honest, basic sense. You know, keep the product close to you. Don't fly it in spaces where other people or property could be damaged. And there are guidance we put in there around the meterage that people should be away. Keep the item in sight and make sure you've got enough charge to bring it back to you and that it doesn't fly off.
We monitor YouTube when we can. Obviously, there's lots of various feeds out there, but when we do, when we see something that is clearly, you know, incorrect or unsafe, we put a little post on there as well amongst all the other comments to say, hey, this is something you've got to be aware of. It's interesting with things like YouTube comments and things like that that I've seen attitudes change over the last few years. A few years ago it was, wow, great flying, look at that, isn't that brilliant, and that. Now it's all about, yes, very nice, but do you realise you've done this, you've done that? So I think people in general realise that other people's actions actually are potentially could potentially stifle the activity at a later date. We do prosecute people when we can, when there's appropriate evidence to do so, and there's clear evidence that something has gone wrong or they've been endangered. You can get things that fit in the size of your hand now with a camera on, probably weigh about 50 grams and probably cost little more than about 70, 80 pounds. We clearly never wanted to incriminate that sort of thing because that is essentially low risk unless somebody is really stupid with what they do. So we're looking at, we're considering at the moment a minimum mass below which a lot of these requirements will go away.